Hello, my name is Liam Walsh, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to play rugby. Luckily for you, I've already created a how-to guide on the history of rugby and the rules of the game. Definitely check that out before watching this video. So before I can get into the details of rugby, I have to show you what is used and what is worn during a game of rugby. So first of all, this is a rugby jersey. There's a collar on it, which is very common in rugby jerseys, and it is made of very strong material so that when it's grabbed and pulled, it can't be ripped or broken. Next, we play with rugby shorts, which kind of look like runner shorts and are very short on us. The reason for them being so short is because it makes it more difficult for the defender to tackle you if there's not as much shorts to grab onto. Next, we use soccer cleats. They are called rugby boots in rugby and are made by most companies. There are specific rugby boots for rugby, but most are just soccer cleats. Lastly, we use a ball. The ball is a little bit bigger than American football, but has no laces. So, with the basics of what we use in rugby down, now we can talk about the offensive skills. When receiving a pass in rugby, you want to stick your hands out and reach for the ball so as to attack it, giving your defender less time to attack you or pick off the ball. This also helps because if the ball comes in and you let it hit off your chest, there's a chance that you drop it. It's less precise. So, once you have caught the ball and it's in both of your hands, you bring it to your chest, which allows you to do two things: pass the ball or run into the defender. If you're a skilled player, you can do another thing, which is kick the ball, but not everyone has that. So, with the ball in your hands like this, if you're wishing to make a pass, let's say we're going to the left, then my right hand is going to be the one doing all the power, and my left hand steers the ball. So, left hand stays here, the left hand doesn't move very much, but the right hand flicks up. And then we point exactly where we want it to go so that it ends up at our target. Next, if you're running into a defender, you want to use the baseball bat method, which is where the ball is here, you are the base, and this is the bat, your forearm. You run into the defender at a low athletic position and push him back so that you can control when you go down and when your support gets there. You may be wondering, what is support and what do we do to do this? Well, I have an answer. If that is a ruck and a man is down on the ground, then you, as a supporting player on his team, comes in, drops to your knees, gets your back bent up with your chest up and your chin up, and you run through the defender, shooting your arms through, driving him back, but making sure, as you can see here, that your foot is over the ball to keep it in the ruck. This is very important, otherwise it leads into a turnover. This is the basic of offense for most players. So, now we can talk about defense, which is again played by all players. If a man is running at you and you are on defense, your first move is to get as close to him as possible, then shoot the legs right at the last second down to your knees, and stick your foot in between his legs depending on which way he's going. If he's running at me this way, I'm going to use my left leg and shoot my cheek on the outside of his body, which is commonly called cheek to cheek. My cheek to his other cheeks, if you know what I mean. And then you shoot your hands around, driving your legs through to push him back. The same is done on the other side. You got to make sure to put your head on the outside of where he's going, because if he's running this way and I put my head this way, his knee is going to hit me in the face. Not fun, not pretty. Next, now that the tackle has been performed, we need to know that the defense needs to line up together so that they're in one full line and can move up together in one whole line. If they don't do this, they create holes for the offense to run through. This is the basic of defense. And with this in mind, we can go to set pieces and restarts, which is essentially a middle ground between offense and defense. When the ball is run out of bounds, it turns into a line out. In order to do this properly, a man stands out of bounds, puts the ball over his head, and throws it in like that, which is the same as the pass we were doing down here, where your dominant hand flicks down and the other one points forward, but it's over the top of your head. Now, I'm going to show you how to kick the ball. When you're kicking the ball for distance or for offensive advantage, you do it like this. You get it here, 2 hands up on the ball, you swing it across your body, and then you drop and let your leg come through. It needs to be perfectly timed for the most accuracy and for the most distance. Lastly, I'm going to show you how to do a restart. This is where you drop the ball like this on the ground and kick through. That is everything you need to know. Thank you for watching.